My name's Kieran Courtney. I'm the CEO and founder of Listy Suite. Today we're going to take you through streamlining your workflow and improving the quality of your marketing while taking your listings to market. So we've got a bit of a slide that I'm going to run through and a couple of examples of the product. So one of the biggest things we're seeing at the moment is agents are waiting days for their assets. This isn't something new. This has been around for a long time. We're seeing it a lot across Australia, especially up in Cairns, Northern Territory. So now more than ever, speed to market for agents is becoming more and more critical to win listings. Vendors are losing momentum, as we've all experienced. Deals slow down, and that's where listings die. So we're really out to solve that problem. Every day you wait is a day your competitor doesn't. So we're now starting to see a lot of products like this coming into the market that are speeding up the workflows, and because of that, agents are winning more listings. A little bit about my background. So I was a sales agent with Ray White in Jim Beach. I've experienced all the pains that you will experience in promising a vendor that on a Tuesday we'll have the photo shot on a Thursday or a Friday, getting some rain and then delaying it for another week. The photographer's booked out, unable to get in, or you do get the photos shot. There's some issues back and forth. So losing a huge amount of momentum. We've just moved into a time where technology's caught up and we no longer need to see these bottlenecks. What we're seeing at the moment, a lot of photographers, especially in the lead up to Christmas, we're hearing 2 to 3 weeks or potentially next year. When you do get your photos shot, some of the next day, what we're seeing at the moment, a lot of them are 3-day turnaround. Video, looking at a week in a lot of areas, and also your floor plans. A lot of coastal towns are pretty fortunate that you can actually get the floor plans done. Start moving more inland, up north, Western Australia, a lot of areas out there that don't actually have anyone that can do the floor plans. So that's where this product's coming in. We're really servicing those marketplaces. From real estate, I moved into a high-end production agency. Co-founded that on the Sunshine Coast, dealt in a lot of high-end waterfront, beachfront properties, huge production campaigns to sell them. And look, there is absolutely a need for it in a small percentage of properties going to market, but the 90% don't need a massive production, a storyboard, talent, etc. So don't get me wrong, we're not saying that there's no need for high-end production agencies. There absolutely is. However, 90% of the marketplace doesn't need it, and that's why this tool's been built, to provide everyone the same quality and consistency across Australia every time you capture a property. The industry doesn't need more production companies. It needs agents who can move at speed of opportunity. A lot of that's coming into play as technology evolves. We've all seen AI. It's coming into every aspect of everything we do every day. So with the phones improving so much and technology now catching up, we're at a point where we no longer can say, capturing something on your phone isn't of the quality needed to take a property to market. A lot of you have probably seen this. Sony came out with this in 2024, saying that smartphone cameras have surpassed the quality of a lot of DSLRs. So, the phone in your pocket now has the same technology as you would get on a DSLR. And the reality of it is it's a multi-trillion-dollar device with the R&D that's gone into it. So, for anyone who thinks the phones can't capture the same quality, absolutely inaccurate now. There is so much technology in them, and the phones are just continuing to improve and get better and better. So the gap in the market at the moment, you've got high-end production. In a lot of cases, it's slow. It's more expensive than what it needs to be. And for the 90% of the properties that we were talking about before, it is absolutely overkill. And the other side of it, you've got the do-it-yourself without a system. So let me be very clear. That's doing it without a system. So agents going to a property, taking photos on their phone, posting them straight up into realestate.com without doing any enhancements or any editing and so forth. Looks inconsistent, it presents as amateur, and it's just low quality. doesn't look good for the brand. That's why we've built Listy Suite, to provide you a consistent marketing tool that you can capture all your properties with anywhere, anytime at a cost-effective price point. It's a marketing workflow that I wish I had, and because of that, I went and built it. How it works, it's extremely simple. Create a project, go to the property, capture the content, upload it through your phone on our app, and then you receive all your media back within 24 hours. So currently, photos, they take around 10 minutes to enhance and be returned to you. The videos are about 6 business hours. Floor plans are anywhere between 10 and 15 hours, and your listing descriptions are instantaneously. So speed to market is absolutely at the forefront of what we've built. What I'm going to do now is take you through a bit of a demo of the product from start to finish, accessing the portal, using each component within the app, and actually capturing a property and showing you what it looks like. So what we've got here is this is what your portal will look like once you've created an account. Pretty straightforward to navigate. You'll see over the top, you've got your properties, packages, training, and then down below, all your organisation settings and your users. So on the home screen, you've got your packages, all your Listy Suite starter pack, recommendation, they just take you through to JB Hi-Fi links, and then you've also got the ability to download the app. We have it in iOS at the moment. Android will be out, I would say, in the coming months of the start of 2026. So you'll see here, clicking on properties, all your properties go into this. This is on your portal on your computer. So you can actually go in and access them all. You see here, you click, you can go through, you can click and slide the viewer. That'll give you a before and after look. So it'll show you what the actual enhancement's done. And then when you're ready, you can go to the top, and that will allow you to download all your assets. So that's going to create a zip folder, put them onto your computer. From there, you can go and upload them into all of your portals. Packages, you'll see here, packages are straightforward. Video only, you can buy them in one-offs or 5, 20, 50, same as your all-in-ones. So with your all-in-ones, you get 2 professional videos, your 20 floor plans, your 20 photos, sorry, your floor plan and your listing description. Then you do have your single photo packs as well as your single floor plan packs. All your training is now located in the back end of your portal, so you can jump in there at any point and watch how to do anything, or you're welcome to give one of our team a call. We're happy to run you through how everything works, give you a live demo, show you how everything is done, how to capture a property, etc. This is in your back-end account, so you actually have the ability to go in, change everything, set up your billing address, put in your customer, or put in your logo, set your primary colours, and then for your listing description prompts, you can put an example in there. That will use that when it writes your listing description for the all-in-one package, keeping it all on brand so you've got consistency across all of your listings. Also, your users, you can set up multiple users within an account. That's a really important one that a lot of clients have asked for. It's as simple as putting in their email, setting whether you want them as a member or an admin. Admin, they will get access to all of the projects shot within that account. So be mindful of that. Click save, that'll send them an invitation. If it has expired, welcome to click resend, that'll resend the invitation. They do sit active for 48 hours. So if somebody hasn't accepted it, just jump back in and accept it or resend it, sorry. So that gives you the demo of how to use the portal. Now we'll jump over and run through each component of the app. So this is showing you home screen on the app. Down the bottom, you've got account. Takes you through the basic settings. You've also got notifications. So if you are waiting on a project coming back, click notifications. It'll be in there if it's available. Video only, all in one, and then you've got custom. So this is doing an all in one. You can add a 10 pack on top of that. So that'll give you 30 photos for the project. And then pretty straightforward. Put in the address. This runs through Google Maps. They'll extract that information from that property and actually autofill beneath. So bedrooms, bathrooms, car. If that's inaccurate, just make the adjustment and then hit save. That will then carry over onto your floor plan automatically. So if it is different amount of bedrooms, just make sure it carries over correctly. Otherwise, you'll just have to make that change after the fact. You'll see here, this is now built out all your modules for creating your project, for shooting your property. So you've got photos, video, floor plan, your listing description. You can move through this at any sort of speed. If you get called away from a property, they will save in the app. They won't go anywhere. So there's no sort of urgency to try and get it all done in a hurry and then run off. If you don't get to it, you can come back. They'll be there a month later, 6 months later. There's no issue behind that. So I'm going to take you through shooting the photos now. Absolutely want to be using a tripod because that's going to allow you to take bracketed photos. You're actually going to get a better enhancement on the other end. You can see a better quality. Pretty straightforward. Get your shot central, how you want it to look. With the walls, we will straighten all the walls in post-production and enhancements. So don't worry too much about getting everything super square. That'll move through each bracket. If you're happy with the photo, click keep. That'll save it and then you're ready to take the next photo. With the photos, make sure your fans are turned off because it's taking multiple brackets. If the fans are on, you will see it blur around the photo. So if you do see that, turn the fan off, stop it spinning, click retake the photo. That'll allow you to redo the photo again. Get a couple more photos and then we'll show you what it looks like to enhance them and then obviously send them away. Most of your iPhones are fine. We get a few people that have got the older phones. There's not too many of them that the app won't work on. If you are unsure, just give us a call. We're happy to have the conversation and just have a look and make sure it's going to work. It's the same thing. It's moving through those brackets. So from there, you're going to click Save the Photos. That's going to save them into our portal. And then that will give you the ability to basically choose the photos you want to enhance and what enhancements you want to do. So once they've uploaded, we'll be able to then select the enhancements. You can do sky replacements. So if you do end up at the property on an overcast day, you can actually take the photos. We can replace all the skies. So we'll save you having to come back to the property. So from there, you'll be able to select down the bottom, photos to enhance. So select all your photos you want to enhance. Then you'll see on the side, you've got neutral warm as your enhancements, as well as your sky replacements if it was an outside property or an outside photo, sorry. And then just click next. That will then send them away. You should have them back in about 10 minutes. So it is extremely fast and great for speed to market. That gives you an example of a property that's been shot. So you'll see on the left there, it's straightened all the walls, done all your enhancements, everything like that. So it does a huge amount of work to the photos. So you can take you through the video. Recommended shot list, I would highly recommend it if it's not something you're doing on a regular basis. We build out a shot list based on how many bedrooms, bathrooms. It just ensures that you're not getting to the other end of the property and realising that you've kind of forgotten to shoot 3 of the rooms and you've got to go back. So you'll see here when shooting the video, you're picking your central point. You're using a phone gimbal. The links are in the back of the portal there, so you can buy them directly from JB Hi-Fi. And then it's just a very simple, nice, smooth push holding the gimbal to your central point. So that's just turning the fans on. When you are doing video, make sure all the fans are on, give you a nice cinematic look when you're shooting the property. So you'll see here, picking the central point on the window frame, just a nice smooth push in. Normally around 5 to 8 seconds, so you don't have to shoot a 20, 30-second video. If you do find yourself at a property where you can come in the front gate, down the driveway, or in the front door, down the house, out onto the veranda, and it's a 30, 40-second shot, absolutely do it. The team will speed ramp it, or they can reverse the shot. They'll do all the editing, color grading, stabilization as well. You do get up to 60 seconds for the shots. So if you do need a very long shot, you've got 60 seconds to play with. So you'll see here, we've shot out a few. For the demo, we won't shoot the whole property. We'll just do a couple more. When shooting into the bedrooms and bathrooms, if you start just outside the door frame and push in, it'll give you a nice unveiling of that space. And a lot of times when you are shooting into a bedroom, it's as simple as leaning back and then just taking one slight lean forward into that room. Same as the master bedroom. Obviously turn the fan on. When you are shooting a property, it's definitely something we would recommend to go through at the start, turn all the fans on, get rid of the bins, take out the tea towels, get the property ready to shoot. So you're not kind of getting halfway through and realizing that a door's still closed or the fans aren't on or something's dirty in your shot. If you're happy with the shot, keep the video. From there, you've got lifestyle footage as well. Not area specific, more just general filler shots to make it look more professional. If you do have your own, you are welcome to click and hold on ours, delete them, and then upload your own in. We also have up the top with a little grid icon. You can click that, same as Meta, reorder your shots, put them in the order that you want. All the music's licensed in, so you can go through, listen to the music, build out your shot list, add your agent's details with your editing notes, and that'll ensure that the team knows what you want when they're editing your video together. No issue with multiple listing agents. Just put the primary agent at the top, and then when the team build out your tailboard at the end, they'll do it in order that you've uploaded them. So that covers off your video, and this will give you a bit of an example of what the video looks like as a final cut. So as you can see, you'll get an intro card, outro card. You can do voiceovers, piece of cameras, everything like that. So more than welcome to. And as you can see, the team will go through, they'll stabilize the shots, they'll grade them. If they can, they'll reverse them, do everything like that to make it look like professional, enhanced and edited video. So this is taking you through the floor plan, probably the easiest component to do. So what I would advise, start just outside of the door frame, press record, give it a few seconds. Once it picks up the LiDAR grid, that'll allow you then to move through the property quite quickly. You will see once it's underway and it's scanning, to make it easy, I would advise picking kind of the right side or the left side of the property and then moving through the property throughout like that. For any of your walk-in robes, cupboards, etc., feel free to scan the room, open the doors, then scan the internals. And what we tend to say is scan the skirtings, skirting to skirting or corner to corner. That will give you true and accurate measurement. If you do scan an area where there's curtains in the corner and it can't get the whole way to the back of the wall, it will make an estimate on where the actual wall ends. So as you can see, this is a little 2-bedroom granny flat. We've scanned almost the whole thing and we're at a 1.5-ish. So it is extremely quick to move through the property. The full house, which was scanned, 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2-carport, took about 11.5 minutes, just to give you an example of a larger size property. So it is very quick to move through and it is very accurate as long as you get skirting to skirting, wall to wall, as you can see there. Outdoor areas, absolutely welcome to scan. Just walk outside, scan the edge of the concrete. If it is an undercover patio, scan up just to let them know that it is an outside area. Granny flats, absolutely, you can scan them, as well as carports, sheds. Just keep the scan going. Walk from the property across and then scan the internal of the shed as well, and that'll be put on the floor plan. Multi-stories, absolutely. Just scan your main and then move to your lower and then move to your upper. As long as it makes sense when you're moving through the property, they'll be able to do it. Click upload, that'll send away and that'll be back in about 10 to 15 hours. That gives you a good example of what a floor plan looks like. So this is a full property I was saying that took about 12 minutes. So as you will see here, we started the scan here, moved up through here, bedroom, bathroom, back area and patio. So took around 2 minutes, so it is extremely quick. And as you can see there, it's fairly detailed as well. We will put your branding on there, and then you will get 3 examples back of the floor plan, so you can choose which one you want. You do also have the listing description. I haven't done a demonstration. More or less click go. It'll use your guided prompt if you put one in, and then you can add additional features, email it to yourself. It's extremely simple to use, and they're great. Same thing, it's just streamlining your workflow and allowing you to move faster and get properties to market faster. I've just put the packages up here again. So as you can see, professional, or the all-in-one, 2 professional videos, so landscape as well as portrait. So you've got realestate.com domain covered as well as your socials. You've also got your 20 photos, your floor plan, listing description. As you come down in the bigger packs on the top 2, you do get a greater saving there as well. And then you've also got the floor plan as well as the photo packs. So 10 photos for your rental properties, listings, etc., just under $20. So there really is no reason now why properties aren't going to market with professional assets. So the property that we've just used as the demo, that was my own home in Noosa. I took it to market and I used the whole Listy Suite app and product with the Corona agent that I appointed. So everything for the property was captured through the app the exact same way using a 15 Pro Max as you'll have the ability to do. And that property sold for 1.81 million. So a really good example that it can really capture any level of property. As we've had a few agents say, I know I sell in a higher end market that the product wouldn't be able to provide a service to. And it's completely inaccurate. As you can see, it has been able to capture everything for this property. And I put the address down there as well. So if you want to have a look on realestate.com, the full assets and the way it looks, welcome to do so. So vendors are expecting speed these days. We're hearing it more and more. Amy Bennett is a really good agent that is now using the system for almost every listing, as she's bringing stock to market, and by the weekend it's already sold. So this is a great way that she's able to go in, sit down with her vendors and say, I've got a product, we can capture everything, have it back to you in one business day, and we'll have you on the market tomorrow. And the property is then sold that weekend in 9 times out of 10. So social media demands consistency also. So it's giving you assets for social media, and traditional suppliers just can't keep up with the volume as well as the delivery, and just using older methods of providing those assets back. I built this because I knew what it's like to watch a hot vendor go cold, sit in a listing presentation, promise something, and then have delays, start the campaign off with bad blood. So the system is absolutely solving that problem across Australia. We're now in Australia and New Zealand, in every state, and we're seeing it help so many agents. I know the frustration you've lived, and we will continue to build this to improve it and make your life easier and streamline your workflows. So thank you. I've put the link up there. That will take you through. If you would like to book a demo for yourself or for your office, happy to jump on, do that. We're more than happy to run through one-on-one trainings, demos. We're happy to jump on a full office call, and just run through what the system looks like, how it's helping agents. If you want to see more examples of the product, happy to send you through a heap of examples. We're on Instagram, as well as there's hundreds of examples on YouTube now, so you're welcome to go through and watch them. The product really is helping agents across Australia list faster, save their vendors money. As the market tightens, commissions coming down, vendors aren't wanting to pay for VPA. This is the best time ever to be starting to implement systems like this into your workflows. So I hope that was a help. I would love to speak to anyone who has an interest, and we would love to help you get on board and use the Listy Suite product for your properties. Thank you.